Hey everybody, thought I'd show you some 4K picture quality today. Go through a few 4K films, show you what
Hello?
I think.
Hello?
Who's this?
Hello?
Hello? What?
Yeah. Me.
I know it's you.
You're on about 4K?
Again?
You what? No. Right, everybody. Ignore him. He hasn't got a clue what he's talking about. Listen to me. I'm inside this 4K telly. I know all about pixels, pictures, and HDR. Well, I have to be. I'm stuck inside them. So if you want to know which videos or movies or TV shows possibly have the best picture, have the best sound, then you speak to me, not this idiot.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Yes, I've called you an idiot.
That's not fair. What do you mean?
Never mind. Anyway, stick with the video and we'll get on with this.
Rock until you drop, dance until your heart stops. Rock until you drop, dance until your feet fall. I don't wanna sit down, I don't need no easy chair. Someone turn the clock back, we ain't gonna go nowhere.
Alright everyone, Geordie Paul back once again. This time is a 4K recommendation video. I've got quite a few 4Ks lined up above me here, and I get quite a few people asking me, you know, what's the best one for sound, picture quality, and that's what I'm going to focus on here. Not what the movie's like, purely down to picture quality and the sound to go with it. These are only based on the movies that I've got up here. This is not across the board because I don't own every single 4K, so I'm not going to pass judgment on the ones that I haven't seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few down and I'll go through them and I'll tell you what I recommend for you to buy on 4K. And if you do get them, pop a comment below and then tell me what you think are yours and whether the ones I recommended you feel have got a crispy 4K picture. So without further ado, let's crack on with the show. But before we do, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It's much appreciated. And if you like it, it's going to be good for me and more people will get to view it because of your recommendation. So very much appreciate that. And you can hit that little bell tab and that'll get you a notification to tell you when a new video is going to be posted. And I'm losing track of all my words and I'm losing my train of thought. So let's get on with it, shall we? So we're going to start off with shelf number 1. I've got a stack here, as you can see, to go through. I'm going to go a shelf at a time. Now, not every 4K that I own is going to have a great picture quality. I just like a film that much that I want to have the best version that is available for it. So the picture quality might not be the best, but if you've got like an 8K of something and I really like the film from DVD and VHS, then I'm going to get it regardless of whether it's good. That's just the way I am. So there you go. Anyway, so first of all, we have 13 Hours, the Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Great picture quality. HDR is great because there's a lot of night shots. So there's recommendation number 1. And this is a must, which is 1917. Again, great picture quality, 4K crispiness, and the sound's really good in this one as well. Then we have Alien. Great movie, great sound, and for a 1979 movie, it's a great picture. Prometheus. This was great when in 4K and it's great in 3D, but it's a great picture, so I highly recommend that one. And with along the same lines, Alien Covenant. I had a friend come around and he hadn't seen this, and I put this on, and he was well impressed with the 4K on it because he hadn't seen 4K before. So there's another one. Alita Battle Angel. Great 3D and great 4K as well. Another recommendation. I'm not just going to say another great recommendation every time. This is my 6-disc Apocalypse Now of the final cut and the other cuts on it. If you love war films, this is the one for you. Great movie and great picture. Of All the Bad Boys, the third one, Bad Boys for Life. I do actually quite like this movie. Not too bad at all. But the picture quality is really sharp. Very good. And then we have Black Hawk Down. Amazing film. Amazing picture quality and amazing sound. The Dolby Atmos. Is it Dolby Atmos on this one? Yeah, it's really good. Definitely highly recommend you picking that up if you ever get a chance to. Blade, another great upscale from the Blu-ray. Blade Runner, Final Cut, amazing, awesome picture. Blade Runner 2049. If you don't have this and you've got a 4K telly, then I highly recommend pick it up. This should be one of the first titles that you pick up because the 4K on this is amazing. And then we have the Dark Knight Trilogy. It's essential whether you like 4K picture quality or not. This is it. And of course, the Dark Knight is the best one of the trilogy for picture quality, and of course, well, of the trilogy. Dunkirk. They got IMAX scenes in this when there's a Spitfire dogfight in the air. The clarity of the water when you're above the Atlantic Ocean is amazing. Definitely recommend that one. Oh, it's actually the English channel, but there you go. Everest. Great movie, long movie, heart-wrenching movie, but great picture. The Fog. John Carpenter's The Fog. I bought this because I wanted it because I love the movie. And the picture quality is really good. I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. They've really done a good job on that one. And the final one off my top shelf is Full Metal Jacket. Full screen, really good picture. One of Stanley Kubrick's best. I highly recommend you pick this one up as well. So, that is shelf 1 done. Let's move on to shelf number 2. Shelf number 2. So, we'll crack on. Fury, great war movie, great 4K. Highly recommended. Gemini Man, which I think is the best 4K I've ever seen. As I said earlier on, I'm not going on what the film's like, it's purely on the picture quality. 40 frames, 60 frames per second, great upgrade. I have this digital, but I also wanted it on physical because of the 60 frames per second, which isn't available digital. But it's really good. The opening shot is amazing on the grass. Well worth picking this up. Godzilla King of the Monsters, 4K with 3D disc inside it. Really good. Like I said, again, I'm not going on the movie, although I don't mind this movie. But yeah, the battle scenes in this with the HDR is really good. Hacksaw Ridge, another one. Very good. Reference quality. Definitely recommend picking that one up. Halloween 1978, an awesome transfer from the original film. Really good film, obviously, because it's a classic, but definitely recommend that one. Jaws, again, 1975, great movie, definitely worth picking it up. And obviously the picture quality is great as well. John Wick Chapter 3, I have all 3 of them in 4K, but I'm purely basing this on the best picture quality, and that'll be this one. I think it's purely down the fact of the newer the film is, the better 4K picture quality we're going to get, and Chapter 3 for me is that. Joker, amazing 4K, full screen, can't get better than that, and the film is top notch as well. Jungle Book, recent edition, great 4K picture quality, highly recommend that live action. Life, you can get this cheap, but again, it's a Sony picture, and Sony do really good upscaling to their 4K picture quality, really crispy, really clean and really detailed. Definitely recommend that one. Life of Pi, one of the best 3Ds you can get after Avatar, and also one of the crispiest 4Ks you can get. You can get this cheap now, pick it up dirt cheap, give it a go, definitely recommend it. Even if it's purely down the base that you love the film, I definitely recommend you getting 4K. Lion King as well, another live action, highly recommend that one. I love this as well. I'm a big fan of the original. Went to see the 1994 original in the cinema. Was it 94 or 96? I can't remember what year it was, but love this in 4K as well. I don't mind it at all. Yeah. What else we got? Logan, awesome quality film. Again, lovely picture quality. Mad Max Fury Road, another reference one. I'm not a biggest fan of this movie, if I'm perfectly honest, but the picture quality on this is really good. I'm more of a fan of the original trilogy of Mad Max, but again, like I said, I keep going over this. I'm not talking about the movie quality, but purely the picture quality, very good. The Martian, really good picture quality. This is the extended cut. 3D is good as well. I recommend you pick up the extended cut. Again, another recommendation. And Mission Impossible Fallout. Obviously, I have got all the other Mission Impossibles in 4K, but this is the standout. Very good picture quality, and the detail on this is very good as well. And that is shelf number 2 done. And now we find ourselves on the final shelving. As you can see, it's a bit empty. So I'll go through these. I'll probably go through them in reverse order because that's how they're up here. So it's not alphabetical anymore. So sorry with anybody with OCD. Okay, 0 dark 30. Very good picture quality. I had to import this, as I've said multiple times to people who've watched these videos who have asked. This hasn't got a 4K UK release. Had to get this imported. Really good. War of the Worlds, great transfer, great movie, great sound. Transformers Last Night. I don't mind this movie at all, and the picture quality in this is really, really breathtaking. Very good. Tenet, a film I have no idea what goes on in it, but the 4K on this is amazing. Sicario, reference quality, should be one of the first ones you pick up. Very good. The Shining, full screen, and they've done another amazing job of upscaling it, like they did on Full Metal Jacket with this. Another Stanley Kubrick spot-on movie. Very good, definitely recommend. Schindler's List, we all know about this movie, and if you haven't, you should. But the 4K picture quality is very good. For me, this is an essential purchase, not only because of the content of the movie, but also because of the 4K picture. We have Saving Private Ryan, again, another one you should have, purely for the sound. Revenant, picture quality, again, this should be one of the first ones you should pick up when you got a 4K telly. This is one of the best pictures you can get, and it's dirt cheap now. Ready Player One, not the biggest fan of this movie. I like it, but the 4K picture is really good. Predator, we all know what this film is, and the upscale to this is really good. War for the Planet of the Apes, the last of the trilogy and the best picture quality, reference especially on the details of the apes and the hair and the names and the textures of the army soldiers. Very, very good. Peninsula, recent pickup, another import because you can't get this on 4K. Really good picture quality on this one. This is Passengers, again, another reference quality disc, really, really well made. I think, again, it's another Sony Pictures one. Sony's really knocked them out of the park when it comes to 4K. Parasite, really good 4K. There's a bit towards the end where HDR comes proper into usage when they're kind of fleeing the home because of what's happened there, and there's a underpass and dark lighting. Very good picture quality. Pacific Rim, full screen, amazing clarity, amazing 4K, amazing Christmas sounds in there as well. Great movie to boot. Highly recommend if you're going to get a 4K to get this one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino's, I think, only one which is available in 4K, and obviously if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. Recommend that one. And the last one off the bottom shelf is Oblivion. I think this is a good upscale. We've had feedback from people I know saying it's not the best upscale. I've got feedback I know saying it is a good upscale. I'm on the fence of it is a good upscale. I guess it all depends on your eyesight, really, doesn't it? But yeah, so Oblivion. So that's the end of shelf 3. So those are all the ones up here. So now what I'll do is I'll go through some of the 4Ks that I own, which aren't up here, which are in a separate collection. So if you bear with me, we'll go through that next. And so we plod on and continue. So we'll quickly go through some of my Marvel ones. So Thor Ragnarok, great picture. I'll just quickly go through these. Everyone knows what these are like. Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel, Infinity War, Guardians Volume 2, Doctor Strange, and full screen Avengers, or Avengers Assembled here in the UK. Those ones, there you go, are the ones that I would recommend 4K crispiness on Marvel. And another one which is amazing of a 4K restoration is, of course, Dawn of the Dead. 3 cuts, all in 4K. Highly recommend this. There is obviously a cheaper box set now. This is obviously like you've seen on my channel previously, the most expensive one. There's one now for 30 quid. So yeah, that's another one. Highly recommend it. And the last one I'm going to bring in is, of course, the Big Daddy. So if you bear with me, I'll bring that in and I'll show you the final 4K recommendation movie or movies I have for you. So here we go on the final straight now. So 2 more is Batman vs Superman 4K. Great picture quality in it. I really recommend that one. I know obviously we've got a new one coming out which I'm looking forward to getting with a new aspect ratio, but that one is a great starter. And of course Aquaman 4K. Great picture quality, underwater scenes, really good. And I shall leave you with this bad boy. Lord of the Rings 4K. Picture quality in all 3 of these movies is immense. I would probably go between Fellowship and Return of the King as the best ones on there, but they all look spectacular. The sound quality is made much better. The picture quality has been made much better. It's now covered in dust because I've watched it and I haven't watched it since I bought it. So there you go. And that is it. So I hope all these movies that I've personally recommended may help your decision on what movies you want to get. Again, although I've said a few times they're great movies, not all of them, as you can probably tell, I've been including in this because I said earlier on is the films I like, and I don't necessarily say they're good picture quality or good upscale, but I want to have them in the highest possible quality of them and the highest tech spec. But yeah, there you go. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. I'll be posting pictures of all my 4Ks and Blu-rays on there over the next few weeks, years, months, centuries. Thanks again for watching. And I hope to see you in my next video. This is Geordie Paul and his 4K recommendations completed. Off.